Knowing you're a radical, this is a real historic, important video. So the New York Times, of all people, who covered up Fukushima more than anyone, state-run media, TASS, Provide. Lesson was beat to death on, remember, the 5th of November. The state-run media of the United States. Nobody has covered up Fukushima. Nobody's been pro-nuclear harder than the New York Times. So the New York Times is reporting now. Now, how do they know this? Because it got leaked out by Anonymous. Biden belongs in prison. Jennifer Granholm needs to be held accountable. She did not report this. They sent the downwinder letter. They said on it. They did not release it. It got leaked to you by saying, by the way, all the Marines inside San Onofre that leaked that to me, and I leaked into the Semper Fi. Semper Fi. So stay with me. They're reporting that 60,000 fuel rods. Now this is historic and real important. 60,000 fuel rods are damaged. This reactor went online in 2019, 2018. It's tried to go on in 2018. This is an experimental reactor with this SMR fuel that's being funded by Utah. That's promoted by Weber State University. I'm going to sue the shit out of these fuckers. I had my radio show, whatever. They sold off our radio signal. It used to be right there, illegally. What they did to me is so outrageous. I'm going to sue the fuck out of them. Watch me, pieces of fucking shit. Fucking abuse a cancer victim like they have me. Them criminal derelicts. Go to the Olympics. Go to the Olympics. What's next to China? Go to the Olympics. What's next to China? More for, you know, Ed Eystone, who's the coach, she won the 1500. I used to run against him. I'm friends with him. I was. They're all. So it's an outrage to the athletes. They're going to send them into that death zone. Why are they going? So stay with me. The 60,000 fuel rods are damaged. How is that possible? How is it even possible that there's 60,000 fuel rods with 2 reactors that haven't been online for even 2 years? Well, 2.5 years. 60,000? 60,000 fuel rods? No, I can do math. They make the fuel rods right here. I am the world's foremost expert. Kettle me. Squash my truth. TASS, Provide, CNN, Fake Fox News, Alex Jones. The alternative media is even worse than the mainstream. Now stay with me. Let them eat yellow cake. Let them have some yellow cake. What you're doing to our planet. Utah's funding these SMRs. Yes, Utah legislature, nobody fought back. This is a global cabal, these little hot reactors. Now let me tell you what happened. So I tried to report this in 2018. I tried to report this in 2019. One of the videos that I did on reporting just exactly this on this hot condensed supercharged fuel, this experimental fuel, arriba, this SMR fuel. Now, there's the irony of this. The Biden administration is so derelict. Jennifer Granholm belongs in prison on this. The same week that this meltdown happened, and they had the letter. They know it's this SMR. The same week, the NRC, the Nuclear Authority, that's our committee here in the United States, approved this very fuel in the United States, in Pinkerton, Ohio. They approved it when they know it's melting down. Now, listen to me. It's like we're going to run for the cure. No, we won't talk about the cause. Oh, it's the rod. No, it's not the rod. It's the fuel inside the rod, which is a meltdown. What's happened? This hotter, condensed, more centrifuge psycho fuel, which is just a big hell of a way to boil a planet. I mean, the cover-up of Fukushima, squashing Kevin Blanch's videos is exactly what caused this. I fought this reactor harder than anyone. Arriva, the bankrupt company who ripped off the United States taxpayer $30 billion of Savannah River, South Carolina. Trump gave them more. Trump was all in. Trump was the worst freaking pro-nuclearist there ever was. Tell Biden. Well, Obama, Biden, I mean, the three-headed snake. What the fuck? So, stay with me. There's only one answer that could possibly 60,000 fuel rods. The core exchange goes on for a year and a half. I mean, they only swap out cores in a year and a half. You're telling me that there's 2 reactors there that have already used 60,000 fuel rods? So the bundle is like this. They're about this tall. I'll get some. I got a guy out of Western Chicago getting me some right now. They're about height this deep. You know, they're 3.5 feet tall. They bundle in bundles of 21. They sit around. They stuff them full of this fuel. By hand, Karen Silkwood. You know. So, stay with me. This is a historic and important video. So the fuel, this new SMR, hotter, more freaking radical, intense fuel, which was tried in Idaho at Idaho National Lab in the 50s. in the 60s and it blew up. It was tried at Rocketdyne, Santa Susana. Don't you cry for me. I came to Utah with a load from Santa Ynufri. Fucking boing. Blew up. The worst nuclear disaster that you never heard of in the United States is Santa Susana. Boeing. Rocketdyne. You know. Kim Kardashian makes a thing. I mean, all these celebrities, but they just go to their own death. It's a death zone. It's a hellhole. Stay with me. So it was tried. The first time it was ever tried was in 2018. This very reactor. I did a video, put it up. It was on the front page of Reddit. Reddit. I knew Aaron Swartz personally. Reddit, I like it because Reddit has a thread on Kevin. I knew folks. Anytime somebody uses the word folks, got to dummy down to the fucking dumb sheep. Mission accomplished. It was on the front page of Reddit. Barry Antoinette Obama killed Aaron Swartz. I was in the courtroom that day when he went home and hung himself. That was January 11th, the same day Annika died. Same day my dad, January 11th. You know, what a day, huh? Which we've changed that to Earth Day, by the way. Go talk to the guy who started it. Stay with me. Had 50,000 views within 2 hours. Cool. I've never had a copyright strike once. I used to teach the communications class here. I taught it when we were the #1 school business in the United States before Warren Buffett and Bill Childs from R.C. Willits turned it into Chinese supply chain oligarchy. This in bed with the Chinese freaking communist freaking regime. You know, even Mitt Romney made a statement about it. You're slave bait, you know, they're genociding people, they're murdering, but you're buying your goods there. You're buying your goods there. Stay with me. Unbelievable. #1 school business is zero. I knew what I was doing communications wise, flipping the can, fuck the intensity. I knew exactly what I was up to. That's probably the most effective artist in history, Kevin Blanch, the art of communication. I was competing with BBC, CNN, Fox News, all the powerhouses, Reuters, New York Times. I was kicking their ass. I mean, it was based on retention. I knew it was. You Googled all this famous subject matter. You know, you get me? So I put this up saying just this. This reactor, when they first started up, whistleblowers around were telling me it's got problems. And just saying exactly what was happening. Google took it down. Google comes to me and I'm like, why? So I put another one up in 2019. Google took it down. That's when they really started the kettling on Kevin Blanch and just smashing me and throttling me. Weber State fucking participated because I'm friends with Dave, the IT guru. He says, you know, Weber State has fucking scrubbed you. It's against the fucking law. This is a state university, you fucking criminal derelicts. So, stay with me. There is only one answer. There could possibly 60. So how many fuel rods should be in 2 reactors over even a 2-year period? How many spent fuel rods is their maximum possibly? Maximum possibly it'd be several hundred. Maybe 4, 5, 6, 700. 60,000? How's that even possible on a new? I'll tell you why. And I've been saying this from day one. This new experimental, they centrifuge uranium-238. They turn into uranium-235 natural from the earth. They centrifuge it. They gas it. They're using a more powerful MOX fuel fairy tale, which is against the law in the United States. They just changed the language. MOXing fuel, oxide fuel, enhanced fuel is against the law in the United States. That's why it was all in Japan in Unit 3. Which they brought back to Savannah River, Georgia, or Savannah River, South Carolina, the MOX fuel fairy tale, same company, Arriva. Same company, being funded by the Utah State Legislature. What? Yeah, for real. Look it up. I'm the only one that fought back. The only one. I'm not Greenpeace. I'm not wild full of cancer, fighting for my life. AML leukemia. They could have paid for my bill at this university. They didn't. You know, split me open, pour me out. I saw metallic on that field right there. Fucking unbelievable. Where's your fucking crown? So, there's only one answer. It's the fuel it's too hot. Which I've known that from the beginning. It's too hot. These rods can't handle it. Nothing can handle it. It's too hot. So these meltdowns have been going on since 2018. Over and over and over again. So, who covered it up? Trump. This started in 2018. Trump. It started in 2018, 2019. Who covered it up? Trump. Obama covered up Fukushima. You know, the Jennifer Granholm, Rick Perry, head of the DOE, by law, they sent the letter. It got leaked to CNN in the middle of the night. Play back the tape. Look when my video was posted. I want you to look when my video was posted the other night. And what, it's got 200 views? Look at the time that it was posted. Go feed your political dogma freak show. This has fucking been fucking overheated. It's an experimental reactor. It's the first one ever. So the exact identical technology was tried in Russia on 8/8/2019. It was tried in Russia, 8/8/2019. United States propaganda, state-run media reported as Putin using a weapon to friggin'. All nuclear reactors are weapons. That's why we have them. It takes more fuel to keep them open to close. We have to have that's where they get all the money for all this nuclear weapons, which the UN has banned nuclear weapons. Not here, not Israel, not Russia, not UK, the fucking killers. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? So they shot it off on 8/8, and it was reported it was a missile run by a small nuclear reactor. It killed the 8 lead nuclear physicists in all Russia. Killed them dead. I asked John Huntsman right there. Yeah, that John Huntsman. Well, John, it's online. You know one of these little SMRs blew up in Russia. Yeah, I'm the ambassador there. I'm the one that collected the data. Why is he not screaming his fucking head off? This Cox fucking governor we have, I asked him about these SMRs. He says, I got to tell you, I don't even know what they are. This is recently, when the state of Utah is funding them. Oh my God, I can't believe this. So I've been trying to report this, that Trump was covering this up. This meltdown has been going, you want to talk about the Wuhan lab. You want to talk about all this labs. By the way, Charles Lieber, all these connections. Why aren't you talking about freaking Trump covering this up? Obama started to cover up Trump, the handoff, Abe, fucking saga, Japan. I mean, for a Japanese PM to come to the United States one time post-war. Trump met with him 18 times. This meltdown started in 2018, and I tried to report it. And I told the exact truth, and I've never had a copyright strike in my life. 8,000 views. I'm a communications professor expert. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. So this thing's in meltdown. There's only one answer. It's being reported now. The letter got out. By law, the letter, it's called a downwinder. It's an international law. Jennifer Graham Holm and Biden said on this letter. They didn't tell. The plume came over us. You're going to send athletes to Japan. Are you kidding me? I talked to Ed about it. I used to run against Ed. I'm an old half miler. You know, I remember when we boycotted the 80 Olympics for what? The invasion of Afghanistan? Oh, I'm so fucking pissed. Just the fact they didn't move them. Just the fact they were ever announced there is so fucking... It's... By the way, how about Kevin Durant last night? Oh my God, they were done. They were done. Single-handedly, one guy saved their whole season. The Jazz are all cheering, yay, yay, Kawhi Leonard's hurt. Fucking, okay. Oh, think about coronavirus. Chris Paul has, what? I mean, the whole thing's a fucking charade. State-run media, TOS. So the head of TOS, Pravad, RT, look him up, listen. I reported that before it happened. They're so afraid of me. They're so afraid of me. So, there's only one answer. The fuel's too hot. It's been melting down for 2 years. Finally got leaked out. And you would never know. You would never know if it wasn't for fucking Anonymous leaking it out. They leaked it to CNN. Somebody inside CNN, and I know who, put it out. They put it out. Let them eat yellow cake. Ah, you pulled that one off. So, Trump covered this up since 2018, and I've been trying and screaming my head off about this. I've been screaming this fuel is experimental. It's too hot. It's not working. So they've been exchanging fuel rods daily. And the only reason you know, because the government, I mean, if you don't think they're lying scum, Fukushima. How did they do it? 1 up by Jetstream, 2 up by cable TV. You athletes are going to go to Japan. I used to say I would just go get in, do my thing, and get out. But now that I know this, I wouldn't go. You know, the girl who won the 1,500 meters, that famous, I ran in the Nathan Barker. I ran at BYU in the day. I was a good half. I ran against Ed himself, Icestone. He's the coach. What a great athlete. It's disgusting what they're doing to these Olympic athletes. Disgusting. There's a girl right here, she's a high hurdler who is ranked #1. She ran 4th last year's trials, you know. And I said, well, that's a blessing maybe. She, you know, the Olympic trials are going on in Eugene right now. Steve Prefontaine on Balco. This is a fucking nightmare. There's only one answer. Fuck you, New York Times. Fuck you, CNN. You know, the person who leaked this into CNN, thank you. I got a pretty good idea who it is. And I'm going to say this to the Marines. It's Sen Onofre, who leaked that to Kevin Blanch while he's in the bone marrow transplant center. And I'm the one that leaked it to the media. And that's how we got it. And people are saying this is what happens. No, no, no. Sen Onofre was one bundle, one core, and they vented it all over us. They vented it. So, 60,000 fucking fuel rods. 60, and they're all full of fucking fuel. This new experimental hot being funded by Utah, new scale from hell, Idaho National Lab. Utah's funding it. Cox is in bed with Bill Gates. Bill Gates owns these nuclear reactors all over the world. Everybody thinks that they're fucking public utilities. No, they're not. So, let them eat yellow cake. I tried to report this. Kevin Blanch, the greatest whistleblower, the greatest activist, and why I'm full of AML leukemia, given 2 months to live, and I've been attacked. They actually had fucking gang stalk me. They hired teams of trolls while I'm in critical condition. I had open heart surgery just a couple years ago. My gallbladder thing. I've been fighting for my life with AML leukemia in severe critical condition. Go talk to Vincent Hansen. Go talk to Fimbo Peterson about my case. I'm a 1%. They sent me home with hospice. I'm in severe critical condition for almost a decade, and they fucking attack me viciously like illegally. Fucking bill fucking over $2 million. I'll be back in Monterey on the 23rd. I got to raise $2,000, you know, to get my work done on the tide pool work. Fuck, what a nightmare. This is the school that built. So, why I'm shooting this video? Elizabeth D. Shaw Stewart. It's a D family. Utah Construction. Who is GE? Only football stadium in the world named after a woman. She left when they merged in 1975. GE and Utah Construction. It was Utah Construction. By the way, the first nuclear accident in history, yeah, Utah Construction right here, E.O. Wattis. They built it. Chalk River, Canada, where it melted down. How about Hoover Dam? He died of leukemia, E.O. Wattis, the CEO of Utah Construction, 3 days after they got the contract with. Think about, by the way, they're still fighting for water. They want water in Utah to build a little reactor on the fucking green. I'm the guy that killed that. You think I'm a not accomplished activist? You know nothing. I'm the one that fucking daggered Blue Castle. I'm the one that's done all that. I had the fucking waste kicked out of here until Barry Antoinette Obama trumped me and fucking Trump me. So this meltdown's been going on since 2018, reported by Kevin Blanch. I reported it. I reported it in hardcore detail. Who's been covering this up? Trump did. Trump covered this up. Now Biden. Biden and Trump and Obama are identical triplets. Fukushima. Scotty Pruitt, Lisa Jackson, Gina McCarthy, fucking Jennifer Granholm, Rick Perry, they belong in prison cells by international law. That's why they wrote the letter, the French, and it got leaked. You would never know. Just like Sen Onofre. You would never know that Sen Onofre had an accident. You know, and they're bringing the waste here. I'm the only journalist that reports anything. In fact, I'm boots on the ground, actually show the video of them bringing the reactor here. Only one in the world, the hot reactor in Utah. Illegally. But fucking so sad what they're doing to our young athletes. And the sad thing is the United States is loaded with fucking great, incredible young athletes this year. I mean, incredible. Right on this university. I'm so pissed. I love track and field. Fucking loved it. Have since I was a kid. I started fucking running competitively the half mile. As a young guy, I had a fucking Feldorf valve, you know. But I still love the pure sports. Look what they've done. These fuckers. Trump covered this up. Now Biden is. Jennifer Granholm belongs in a prison fucking cell. Gina McCarthy, the climate czar, belongs in a prison cell. Biden belongs in a prison cell. His own son dies from depleted uranium sprayed up. This is an experimental reactor, fucking the new hot fucking fuel, which I've been screaming about it for a year. It's just putting lipstick on a pig. They're all they're doing is taking the centrifuge process and they're making it hotter, more intense, more radical. It's too hot. I fucking said it for you. It's too hot. It's been tried over and over and over. It blew up in Russia, killed it. It's the same thing. We picked up the fucking tracer elements in Sweden and Norway. That's how we know it was a fucking nuclear reactor. There's tracer elements. We know. Even Putin admitted it. But it's the same week that this gets leaked out, the fucking imminent radiation letter, the same week it gets leaked out, the same week. Obama, or excuse me, his twin, Biden's NRC approves this exact fuel that has failed. They approved it this week. They're going to do it in Ohio. I went back to my city, and my city was done. Look at me, yellow cake. The fucking athletes. What a disgrace to this fucking country. Stay around me. Oh, God. Alright. I feel so sorry for my grandkids. I'm pissed. Yeah. I tried to report it. Trump fucking took my videos down. Fucking now his twin, Biden. Fuck, they're twins. Put Jennifer Graham home in prison over this. She said on the letter all week, and it got leaked. Stay tuned.